just going to show off a few new features that I added in the last couple of days or so. Um, First thing I added was a graphics debug view. It's not really for users, but I thought I'd show it off. So you just click here, and then this shows up. I didn't actually build this whole view myself. The graphics package that I use, the people who wrote that, they made this, but I hooked it up so I could use it. So you can go in here and you can see all your different, here's a node for each token here, stuff like that. You can check out, you can trigger, you can toggle different lighting aspects. So there, that turns off diffuse lighting, which is kind of useless, but yeah, anyway, you can do all that sort of stuff. You can look at stats, and so it's kind of nice. Next, I added a full screen mode. So if you don't know, on Chrome at least, you can press F11, and there you go, it's full screen. But not everybody knows that. You can do that with any website, right? But you can also, on this one, you can press the button here, and it'll also go full screen. You can click it to get out of it, or you can click it and press escape, get out of it. I also added a longer action bar. Yeah, and I also added ability checks. So what I wanted you to be able to like kind of get all the ability check buttons in a small space. So I created this. So they're expanding buttons. They don't have icons right now. I'm not really focused on that. These are all World of Warcraft icons anyway. I can't, release those in a commercial product, but they're just sort of there for testing. I'll have to get some artwork done later. But yeah, so you can see these. You can click on them. Close after you click. It'll output a little message that you did the action you clicked. So currently, I generated a script for every single action, pretty much anyway. Every spell, every skill check, all that sort of stuff. There's probably a few left, but by and large, I've got them all. And right now, what each one does is the same thing. They just output the name of the person using the action and then the name of the action. So it's not very interesting right now, but I added a lot of support for some new features, which I'll demo here. So in addition to this, it actually does send one other thing. It also sends this info button. So, or the data hooked up to this info button. So you can look at a report. And for dexterity checks, I don't have anything. But if we click on something else, like Magic Missile, you can click on this and you can see it shows you the description for the spell. So I have this hooked up for all spells. Any spell you cast, it'll show the description. So that's kind of nice. But down the road, what you'll really want is you want to see what actually happened, right? You want it to roll for you, things like that. So I demoed it for one spell, kind of where I'm going with this. So for Firebolt, you can click Firebolt here, and it just says this, but you can press this, and then you can see here, it generated a little report, and it rolled the damage, so rolled pretty high, 9 damage. So this is obviously not how I would make this look in the future, but it's just to kind of show that you can, not only can you link to some description or something, you can actually output something that you can show the user, like what happened. And you could also have put this here, but I wanted to demo these reports. So just to show those of you who are coders kind of what I'm doing. So let's just go to this. This is Firebolt. This is the script for Firebolt. Very, very simple. It gets the character, gets the name of the character, and then generates a standard report. And if you look at the standard report button, just pull that up. What was it? Yeah. So it just returns this. So it returns an object which has a console field, and the console field is an array of console statements, and each statement has some information. So here it has the text. This is the thing that it prints. Ikra used Firebolt, and then it also prints this. So this is what shows up as the view. The the thing that pops up. So right now, this like resolves to a key for a view file that I've already written, and it will know to like link to this. But you can also add data dynamically. So let's take a look at the Firebolt one again. So we have the same sort of deal here, except in here I've added some new stuff, and I've also added this here. So here I'm rolling some damage, and then that gets put into the text line and sent down here. So, you know, in the future, you can just, along with the person casting, you also have the ID of the person being hit, and then you'll be able to apply the damage and then put it into this line and then print it here. And you can style it, and, you know, you can do stuff to make it look nicer. I've done in, you know, just a quick little demo, but yeah, so that's kind of the general idea. And yeah, then I guess there's only one other thing, and it's not hooked up or anything, but I also added like a little chat thing. So right now, this doesn't even really do anything. This doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go to the server, but it's hooked up, and it looks, I think, okay. So when I do hook it up, you'll be able to chat with your friends and stuff. So, but yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.